But Dr. Aukot, is this where the problem is, the bloodlines between the executive and legislature? Because either way, they've still gotten their way.
You know, Trevor,
when it comes to a vote in the House.
Trevor, in the context of your topic, the state of the nation, let's be very candid with Kenyans. The government of Kenya in the last even 20+ years has never been the best friend of the people of Kenya. In fact, if there is rampant corruption in the country, it actually starts from government officials. And I'm not surprised even President William Ruto is already dismissing about 23 officers because of corruption. So I go back to the fundamental question, which I hope Honorable Mungatana is not taking away from himself the responsibility that the people of Tana River have said, you go and represent us in the Senate. I think for me to silence the people's representatives is a big mistake through this law. And when you're talking about checks and balances, I mean, the three arms of government, you cannot silence one arm of government in the governance of a country, and then you say you're improving efficiency. You know, as I was coming here, actually I took a Bolt today, sort of curiosity, and I told my Bolt driver, it's called James, I'm going to discuss the state of the nation. What do you think? And he told me the state of the nation is pathetic. Those are his words. It's pathetic. Why? Because they have seen one of the things that is so now common about our presidency, our government, is populism, without necessarily addressing the problems of the people or the political promises that they made. Yes, you could pull crowds in Luo Nyanza, but also people are just curious. I mean, we go and see the president. But there are concerns that people are still asking today. And part of this law, by the way, he said this law is being pushed down our throat by IMF and World Bank. And one of the things that maybe friends of the president will not tell him, who are close to him, that he's now being seen as a puppet of the West, especially USA and Europe. I just came back from Liberia the other day. They say, well, your president is so good, but how is it that it looks like he's being controlled by the US and whatever? And Kenyans are suspicious.
Let me just interject.
Senator,
those are allegations that cannot...
You know, Senator, we are talking about the state of the nation.
I agree,
and the state of the nation,
but
Senator,
the state of the nation cannot...
Let him finish. I'll give you...
It cannot be that you have a story from Liberia, from a taxi driver, and you say that is the truth.
This is
not the truth. It is not the truth.
So let me explain to you. That taxi driver is a Kenyan.
And the Liberian.
And I asked him...
And the Liberian?
Well, because the president has posed himself as a Pan-Africanist.
Yeah,
so,
but he's not a puppet of the West.
Okay, let him finish his argument. Then
Senator, with all due respect,
I agree with you, but don't make arguments and assertions that don't have...
Maybe we'll double back to what
you have rebuttal. You know, as lawyers, I mean, you are a senior lawyer to me, so you can have a rebuttal. Our president has styled himself as a Pan-Africanist. Now, in the state of our nation, discourse, like I was using the example of James, the guy who brought me here this morning. I asked him, James, how much fare do you want me to pay you? He says, well, no, from the hub, it is 180. So I asked him, how then do you maintain this car? And he tells me one of the things that is choking them as ordinary Kenyans is the taxation, the heavy taxation by this government. Now, that is the state of the nation, Honorable Mungatana. You cannot run away from that.